I wanted to add in before you get into the content of this video, as I forgot to mention it in my original recording, that the audio portion of this video only goes for about 3 minutes, but I have about 8 minutes of camera footage tests to show you with all the different webcams and an extra camera. So I will have time codes in the description down below so you can skip between the cameras if you'd like, or you could just watch the whole thing through. I have the BRIO on manual mode first, followed by the C922 on auto, followed by the BRIO set back to auto, and then the C920 on auto. All of them on autofocus though, just on the BRIO was on manual exposure and that kind of stuff before I switched it over to auto. I forgot to mention that in the video. And overall, the C920 was the best one out of the bunch, which you'll see closer towards the end. Enjoy the video.
EposVox here, and I wanted to quickly make this video, just throw it together with some footage I recorded when I was doing my in-studio tests. I've received a lot of questions in my microphone review videos asking, you know, how well the cameras perform focusing on small objects and which one they should choose out of all the webcams I've compared for focusing on small objects. And this mainly comes down between the C930E, the C922, the C920, and the BRIO 4K. Now these all use fairly similar autofocusing technologies. You get kind of mixed results depending on which one you've used. When I was up in the studio doing my tests, I did compare the C920, C922, and BRIO, and you're seeing a couple takes of me trying to focus on some small objects, a little miniature, an action figure, and a camera lens with the lens cap on. For the most part, it doesn't really matter which one you choose, because unless you're gonna go full manual focus, you're gonna have a rough time. I did a lot of my original Pokemon card openings with the webcams, just like a webcam in front of me, and it had a hell of a hard time even focusing on something like that, which is gonna take up most of the frame and have a lot of text for it to focus on. I still had a lot of issues with the autofocus there. Here I had mixed results. Like the first time, I did 2 different tests with the BRIO. The first time I couldn't get it to focus on anything at all. The second time I had a little bit better luck. I did find out by the time I made it to the C922, which was the second camera I tested, that if you have it on manual settings instead of auto, it has a really much harder time with autofocus on small objects. It does a lot better when you leave it on full auto, because it can sit there and, you know, flip the light up and down to better measure what's in front of the camera and get a better focus, and it's a lot quicker that way. But then if you're trying to do video this way, then you're losing all sorts of video quality as the auto settings freak out. So it's really a tough call. Like unless you're doing manual settings, I wouldn't recommend webcams for small object focusing at all. Like for good focus, there's a specific focus distance, and then when you get too close, it just really struggles. So I just wanted to throw some sample clips together. I can't formally answer this question. I don't know what the solution is. If you need a webcam, just get a used point and shoot camera that does video. Like those focus really, really well. And if I remember in editing, I'll throw some sample of that out there. And you can get them for cheaper than a webcam, and it records the memory card, much higher quality video, much more stable frame rate. Go with something like that instead, would be my strongest recommendation. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope this helps answer some of your all's questions about that. Like the video if you like it, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.